Get strong.
Hey guys, welcome to Hope with Jonathan. Welcome back for another interview that we have tonight. We have a very inspiring guest tonight, guys. I've been waiting for this interview for a while now to be able to recap with her. I'm really excited to have this special guest on tonight. She's got an incredible story. She's already had a heart transplant, guys, a heart transplant survivor with a very inspiring story who is now in need of a living kidney donor. She has a Facebook page, Thelma Needs a Kidney, that you can find out more information on. Also, her information is scrolling below on the ticker down below, and you can see it running across there. The phone number to her transplant center. She's listed at a couple of different transplant centers. So we'll let her go into details on that. But one of them in particular is Piedmont in Atlanta, Georgia, guys. Again, guys, you can find more information at Thelma Needs a Kidney on Facebook. Thelma Warner, again, is our special guest tonight. We want to bring her on and interview her and allow her to share her incredible story. So without further ado, let's introduce Mrs. Thelma Warner from Atlanta, Georgia.
Good evening.
Hi, Thelma. How are you?
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing
Glad to see
well.
you again.
Good to see you too, Thelma. How's it going?
It's going. Everything's going okay. You know, as long as I'm above earth, I'm all right.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Every day above the ground is a good day, you
It
know?
is. Definitely.
Yep. Such a blessing to be here. I know, speaking from my own personal experience with things that I've went through, it's a blessing to be alive. So,
Especially during COVID, honey.
oh, don't you know it? Don't you know it? So, I wanted to bring you on and interview you tonight and let you share your incredible, inspiring story. I went into it just a little bit, but I wanted to bring you on tonight to talk about, some of the things that you have went through. I know one of them in particular is the fact that you're a heart transplant recipient.
Yes, I am. A very happy heart transplant recipient and very grateful to my donor, whoever he or she might be.
Yes, that is awesome. Very inspiring. What ultimately caused your heart failure?
Well, my heart failure is heredity. Was her, I my mother and father both on both sides of my family had heart problems. So that's how I ended up with heart problems too. So it was like a double whammy. My father, um, several of his brothers and sisters had heart problems, although my father passed with cancer. My mother's father and my mother had congestive heart failure. So it was hereditary.
So being hereditary, so then you ultimately ended up having some issues and you ended up having a heart transplant. Did you have the heart transplant in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia?
Yes, I did. I moved here in 2012, and in 2013, I had an episode, and I went to the doctor, and I asked her. I mean, she says you need to go to the hospital, and she did an EKG, and I said yes. She says right now. I said, oh,
Wow.
okay. I said, right now? And she says, yes. So it ended up that I was at the Emory Seventh Day Adventist. I think it was, or not at 7 day, but uh, Emory Adventist Hospital, which is now defunct. And I stayed there about 2 weeks. I had a blood clot in the lower left ventricle of my heart muscle. And so I was in there about 2 weeks. I really didn't know that much about what was actually going on or how serious this issue was. But as long as I felt okay, I thought I was all right. So I was in denial for a long time. And then later on, things started happening. A year or two down the line, I started getting sick, and I kept getting sick, and I kept getting sick. And I was in the hospital. I knew I had been in the hospital 10 times or more. And how I ended up getting a heart transplant was on the last time I went to the hospital in 2017. When the ambulance came to pick me up, they asked me, did I want to go to Piedmont Fed or Piedmont Downtown? I said, I have a choice. They said, yes. I said, I would like to go downtown. All right, so I went downtown. And the reason I wanted to go downtown because I had met a doctor out at Piedmont Fed that said that that was probably where I should go. So I went to Piedmont, Dr. Darlington, I think it was his name. Anyway, I went to Piedmont downtown and I met Dr. Rabrowski. And I looked at her and I was very weak. And I said, Dr. Rabrowski, I need help. I can't go on any further. And by that time, I couldn't even walk a foot ahead of me, about 3 or 4 feet ahead of me without giving out a breath. And she looked at me, she says, we're going to help you. And from there, that's when my journey began. And she called me, and then a few weeks later, she said, would you like to come in the hospital and stay? And I looked, I said, can you give me a little bit of time to decide? And she said, yes. So by that weekend, I had prayed about it and I knew the answer. And I went without any regrets. I just went. I just knew that that was the answer for me, and I trusted in that.
Wow.
That's how it
That is
began.
that is so inspiring. Overcoming, having to have a heart transplant and all of that and everything that you went through with that, and that your story is so incredible. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you back on again to kind of talk about that. That part of your story alone is inspiring. And
Well,
then
that was just the beginning.
yeah, yeah.
I
I'm sure
go
you
ahead.
faced many obstacles along the way.
I did. I did.
Yeah,
I had complications, and
yeah.
which led to me getting a heart transplant. Of course, my heart was so weak at that point. When I decided to stay in the hospital, I went in on May 16th, and I received my heart on July 19th, 2017. And that's what saved my life. Although I had complications, and I finally got out of the hospital around September sometimes. I went to a rehab for 12 days. And I now I was told then that my kidneys had failed. In other words, I had an acute kidney injury during surgery. And that is a risk that you take when you're having that type of surgery. So I ended up being on dialysis. So now um, I need a kidney. I've been on dialysis since 2017.
Wow. Wow. Well, before you go into your story, I have a very special co-host that I'd like to bring on the show that he wants to come on and help me tonight.
Bring them
Um,
on.
Mr. D'Angelo Crawford. I've got a little intro for him, so I'm going to play that for him, and
All
we're
right.
going to welcome him to the show. Welcome, Mr. D'Angelo Crawford.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Okay, how are you? Nice meeting you.
You too. I'm well. Doing well.
That's
I'm
great.
sorry. I'm sorry I was late. I was actually on Nishanda's show and it ran a little bit over, so that's why I was late. So I'm sorry I missed the first part of your story. I would definitely want to hear about it, and I have some questions once I know a little bit more.
All right. All right. I was
Hey,
telling Jonathan. Go ahead, Jonathan.
I was just going to say, hey, D'Angelo, I appreciate you coming on, brother.
Oh, no problem, man. Anytime.
All right. Go ahead, Thelma.
Okay. I was telling Jonathan how my journey began. I started with congestive heart failure. It's hereditary on both sides of my family.
Hmm.
And I ended up in the hospital so many times. I started out in Gwinnett. Well, I was actually at Piedmont. I mean, I'm not. Excuse me, at Emory Adventist, and then Gwinnett. And from Gwinnett, I didn't seem to be getting any better. I started going to Piedmont Fayette, and Piedmont, the doctor there had suggested Piedmont downtown. So the last time I had to go to the hospital, during that particular time, when I was rushed by emergency, they asked me which one, and I told them Piedmont downtown, and that's where I met Dr. Rebrowski, Dr. McCants, and Dr. David Dean. All well, Dr. David Dean was the actual doctor that performed my surgery, and kudos to him.
You got a transplant already?
Yes, I have
Okay.
had I have had a heart transplant July 19th, 2017. I had a tricuspid valve replacement 2019. I have a cow valve in my new heart.
Now,
Wow.
what's a tricuspid?
Well, it's a valve that is, I'm not quite sure exactly how to explain it, but I think it has something to do with the opening and closing of the valve.
Oh, okay. So it
And
lets the blood flow.
and mine was leaking.
Oh,
So
okay.
I received a cow valve in 2019. But when I had my heart transplant, I had complications, and um, I lost I lost my kidneys.
Ah, so
In
the
other
heart.
words, I need a kidney transplant now, ASAP.
So
I'm
now you
stage five. I'm
so
stage
now you need
5.
another one. So you had a transplant, but now you need another one?
Right. I had a heart transplant. Now I need a kidney
Oh,
transplant.
okay. I thought you already had a kidney transplant. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, I have not had a kidney transplant. I am looking for a live donor.
Okay.
Yep.
Now have
I-
you
I'm stage 5,
okay.
end of renal failure.
Yeah. That's where I was at too. So I totally get it. And my question is, are you only looking for a live donor, or are you also on the transplant list too?
I'm on the transplant list at Piedmont. I'm on the transplant list at MUSC, and I was evaluated at the Mayo Clinic recently. I'm waiting to hear back from them. I will be evaluated at UAB on the 13th of March.
Great. So it sounds like you're using all your options that you have available to you.
And I'm trying UNC next. I'm
Okay.
waiting to hear back from them.
It seems like
And
you're in a good part of the country because it's like all those hospitals right there where they can all help you out.
yes, and then if that doesn't work, I'm going to continue from UNC and try Texas.
I hear that. Keep
So
going, keep
right.
fighting,
I'm
because
fighting. I'm
yeah,
not giving up.
no, you can't.
So
You can't. I mean, I'm pretty sure Jonathan can attest to that. You can't give up, even when you
no,
want to. You can't.
no, you can't.
No, you got to hang on to hope and trust the process. I was told that by a great kidney warrior. You know,
Jonathan,
spoke. Yes, sir.
you were told that by the old 76ers GM. Don't start that.
That's
now my con-
hilarious. That's hilarious.
my concern is this: the dialysis is wearing on my heart, my new
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah.
That's a concern. And then after going to the Mayo Clinic, they informed me that, of course, that I was stage 5, and they also informed me that my kidneys were beginning to calcify,
Oh,
and that I needed a donor, sooner than later, so that the part that they will have to connect a kidney to would not calcify. They said right now it's not there, but it could get there.
right.
So I'm very concerned about that, and that's why I am pushing forward as hard as I can. I
Hmm.
just ordered some car magnets, and matter of fact, they say "Be My Hero" or something like that. Save Thelma Warner, and then it has the information. Um, and I just got an order in today, matter of fact, and I've got to send them out to the people that have purchased them from me.
Sweet.
And that's a great way to advocate. There's many different ways to advocate. You can use social media. You can get T-shirts made up, business cards, yard signs.
Mhm.
There's many ways that you can advocate, but that's a great way to advocate.
I have a
Yeah.
T-shirt that says "Save Thelma," and I mean it has my picture on it
Yep.
through Redbubble, and
Okay.
people can go up there and get a T-shirt if they like one, and that helps, with my website. So
Yes.
that's my Facebook website. So that's Good Kidney for Thelma. Um, I
Yep.
ordered the magnets first so I could for myself so I could see what it looked like,
All right.
and I was very pleased. Vistaprint did that, and I was very pleased.
Do you have any other social media handles or platforms that you're on too besides the Facebook website?
I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. Although I don't have any followers on Twitter, but too, my Twitter handle is sparkling water,
Man,
uh,
Twitter's crazy, so you might
and
want
it has
you
a
might want to
heart
stay
like
away.
on it. And LinkedIn, I'm on there. Um, Instagram, I'm there. So
So on Instagram, is it your actual name or do you have
I
a
think
special
so.
handle?
I think it's Thelma Warner. If not, try sparkling water.
All right, everybody, you heard that. Go to her other platforms and sign up and follow her through her journey.
But my main platform is Facebook, and then Kidney for Thelma on Facebook,
Okay,
or Thelma needs a kidney.
sounds good.
Hey guys, I want to give a shout out to all of our watchers. We got Mr. Jeff Brown watching, so shout out to Jeff
Hi,
Brown.
Jeff.
We got Jared Brown, his twin brothers, watching from Warriors
Hi,
Quest Show.
Jared.
We got Mr. Tony Larkins.
Hi,
Uh,
Tony.
Thanks for watching, Tony. Appreciate you. We got Kyle Hockridge watching. Thank you,
Hi,
Kyle.
everybody.
Everybody that's chimed in and commented, please, guys, if you would, please share this interview. Go ahead and smash that share button, and let's help Thelma get there. We definitely need to get this story out there to the masses. So we appreciate it if you would you go ahead and don't be stingy like Jared says, and smash that share button.
I see a question. What, Thelma, what gives you hope each day? Getting up gives me hope each day.
All
Just
right.
being able to wake up and God giving me another day.
Uh-huh.
So
Amen to
that's
that.
incentive for me. And then to see others on Facebook sharing their stories, and I share theirs too.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I know I'm not out here by myself, and I can't be selfish. I have to share a platform just like everybody else. We all
Right.
need something. Some of us need kidneys, some of us need livers,
Yeah.
some of just various things.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Well,
And
when you've been through a traumatic experience such like what you've had, every day is a blessing. And
mhm.
It
I know
is.
with my own personal story, I had a near death experience with kidney disease, so I definitely look at life differently after that. I'm thankful for every day. So today was my 6 month transplant anniversary.
Congrats.
Thank you. I
Congrats.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. But I look at every day the same way. It's a blessing to be able to be alive and amongst the land of the living. So it's definitely a blessing.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
it
you
does.
have to you have to not dwell on what's going on with you, because it's happening to a lot of people, and you just have to keep pushing and moving and getting inspiration. And I get inspiration reading other people's stories.
Right.
Yeah.
And I believe, like, also, like, I think I've said this before, either on Jared's show or Jeff's show, that it's not just you that's hurting when you're sick. It's the people around you too. They don't hurt physically, but they're hurting emotionally and mentally, just like you are. They're just not dealing with the physical part. And I mean, like, a lot of times I've seen it, I've experienced it myself, is that being a kidney patient, you get angry, you get frustrated, you
Yeah.
take things out on people, you know what I'm saying? And you don't mean to do it. It's not even like you're trying to be mean spirited. It's just you got a constant, like, I think I saw this one guy on the story the other day say, you got a constant dark cloud over your head. You're
Yeah.
always worried, you're always thinking about what could happen, when it's going to happen, things like that. So I mean, other people are hurting just besides yourself. So sometimes, I mean, I hate to be hard nosed with it, but sometimes we just have to get off our pity pot and
Right.
just go fight. You know what I'm saying? Stop whining and crying about it and do something about it.
Any suggestions I get, I try to follow up on them and do whatever I can to move to the next level.
Right.
Uh, I'm just trying to get my story out there. You know,
And how long have you been in kidney failure?
3 years. I'm going on 4.
Okay.
In July it will be 4 years.
Okay. Well, I know statistics have shown that kidney donation has gone up dramatically, like in the last six
Mhm.
months. So I
Wow.
mean, you definitely gotta. What blood type are you?
Oh,
Oh,
positive.
oh yeah, you're like the most common type, just like me. So I mean, you'll once you got your stuff and I mean, I don't know if you're officially on a list, but
Mhm.
this is
Yes,
gonna
I'm on
it's
the
gonna
list.
yeah, it's gonna go pretty fast. I mean, I have so much faith because I got on the list in December and I was only on it for a week before I got my transplant. So
Wow, lucky
yeah,
you.
Wow.
I've been on the list
yes.
with Piedmont for 4 years almost,
Oh,
and
so you've been on there since the very beginning.
yes, and
Yeah.
I've been on. I just was put on MUSC's list, and I'm
Okay.
waiting to hear from Mayo Clinic, and then of course I have my evaluation at UAB
Oh yeah, you're
in
you're
March.
going to get one. You have too many options out there. You got your hands in all kind of
Yeah.
It
pots,
was
so something's
easier
going
to
to happen.
Yeah.
getting a heart than it is getting a kidney.
Yeah, it's rare to get a kidney, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, the statistics are showing that they've shot up dramatically as far as donations concerned, even live and deceased donors. So I mean,
Mm-hmm. Well,
Well,
I'll
it's
accept
definitely
a
out there.
deceased donor if I have to, but
Oh yeah,
they prefer that I get a live donor. I probably
yeah.
because I've had a transplant.
yeah, and it'll last longer too.
Right,
So
it will
Yeah.
last longer.
Well, statistics show that the live donors last longer, but deceased donors last good too, as long as you take good care of yourself. Sometimes they fail though. Sometimes kidneys
yeah,
can fail for many different reasons. It doesn't have anything to do with whether or not, some people think, well, maybe they didn't take care of themselves or whatever, and that's not the case. Sometimes a kidney will just decide to reject for whatever
Right.
reason.
it'll just get tired, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm O negative. So you guys are O positive. I'm O negative.
Wow.
So yeah, and I ended up getting a deceased donor as well. So
Yeah.
I'm yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Oh,
definitely
okay.
yeah, I definitely thank their family for it all the time.
Yeah. So with needing a kidney, what would a kidney do for you? Why don't you tell everyone out there what a kidney would do for you right now?
Wow. What a kidney would do for me. Oh my goodness. Um, First of all, I would be blessed to get one. Second of you know, I used to be a flight attendant, and so I've got traveling in my blood. And although it's COVID time right now, but when it does let up, I definitely want to be able to travel to the Caribbean and other places. I also just want the freedom of knowing that to be able to urinate again, because I don't now. And it just feels weird not being able to. Um, receiving a kidney just would mean the world to me. It would give me another chance at life, a normal as life can be for me. And I already have a heart. I don't want to mess up my heart, so that's um, that's been a blessing. And if I can just keep my heart going, and this dialysis not pull on my heart, it would mean the world to me. So getting a kidney means a lot to me, and it's just um, being able to get some normalcy back in life, and that's what will help me. Spending 4 hours a day, actually more than that by the time you get home and everything, has been, and sitting there trying to you have to waste time, and my mind stays busy. I want to be doing things, but I can only use that one finger on my phone doing dialysis because I don't want to mess up what's going on my right hand side where my fistula is and where they've connected me. So, you know, just being able to do things again and having the not being fatigued as much anymore. Because every time I come home from dialysis now, I go to sleep, and that's it for
Right.
the day. Call that a day.
Right.
Yeah,
Being able to have my days back, to
yeah,
be
Right.
more productive, to
Yep.
be able to help
yeah,
other people, because that's what I like to do. I like to be a part of support groups. I like to help other people.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you a weird question because
Okay.
I used to get this all the time in dialysis. Because you said it, you be using just that one finger.
Yes.
Do you ever get the dialysis cramp in that finger? You
No,
be
gosh, yes. Don't you know it? I get
right,
cramps in these fingers and I have to let it go. So then I have to sit there and watch TV if I have a remote. If I'm lucky enough
right.
to have a remote. And then they don't have that many channels, so you're watching stuff you really don't want to watch.
Watching
So it's like
Masterpiece
I feel
Theater.
like I'm wasting time that I could be doing productive things.
Right.
Yeah.
I like being busy and being productive. And my second career was I was a business education teacher, so I was very busy, and I was computer literate at the time. Although I've lost some of that, well, and some of that may be because I had to have brain surgery too.
Oh
So
Oh
wow.
yeah,
wow.
I
What that?
I had a car accident in October, and I had just gotten out of the hospital around September. And the end of October, on the way to dialysis, somebody rammed into the back of me. And I was rushed to the hospital. They sent me to Grady. And then Grady released me after a few days, but I wasn't feeling right when I was leaving there. My phone got stolen while I was there, too. Might as well mention that.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
and so my cousin was bringing me home from the hospital, and I told him take me to Piedmont. I need to get my heart checked, make sure nothing was messed up there and everything. So when I went, and then I was throwing up and I was sick. So when I got there, they kept me for about 2 weeks. Then they released me. Um, and I went to dialysis I went to my girlfriend's house in Alabama, and I went to dialysis, and my head was hurting so bad, and it kept hurting. And when I got back, I called the doctor, and I went into the hospital, and they admitted me right away. They said, "Miss Warner, you're gonna have to have brain surgery." I said, "What?"
Wow.
I said, "And you're gonna have to
Wow.
have it today." I said,
Whoa.
okay. And I had to have brain surgery because I had a subdural hematoma that they knew about it previously, but it had gotten worse and it was bleeding. So
So
I
so
had brain
so so
surgery.
let me interrupt you for a second. I'm sorry. I got to interrupt you.
Uh-huh.
You've had a heart transplant. You've had brain surgery
And I've had lung surgery.
and lung surgery. I mean, you are so inspiring. You are a living, walking miracle, Thelma.
We got
I'm the
another
Tin Man and the Bionic Woman combined.
man. We got another 5-star general on our hands. No warrior, straight general.
So
I
that's
salute you.
why
Yes,
I'm looking hard for that kidney. That would complete me. That kidney would complete me.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. You know, you brought up a comment a minute ago when you talked about being able to urinate,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
that's something that a lot of people take for granted until that part of their life is missing. Let me
Missing.
tell you,
Right.
once you get the chance to urinate again, I'm telling you,
Oh,
it's like going to church for me because I'm in there.
to see that flow
Thank
You
you,
hear
Lord.
again
Thank you,
would
yeah,
be
Lord. You know,
you
miraculous.
hear the choir going every
To
yeah,
time
see
you
that
go.
flow again would be
But
miraculous.
I guess
because I would feel the urge sometimes to go when I
mhm.
was on dialysis, but there was nothing that would come out. Nothing.
Nah,
Right,
nah.
Uh,
right. And I get that urge and I sit there a second and, but I know nothing's coming, but, but it just seems to relax me to be able to sit there and then get up,
It's psychological, yeah.
psychological.
yep.
And I've even dreamt that I was urinating and
Yeah.
urinating like a spring. I said, "Oh
Yeah.
my God!" Then I
Yeah.
woke up. Then I woke
Yeah.
up and I said, "Oh,
Let, let me tell you, Thelma, when you get that kidney, and I'm speaking that to you,
all
you're going to
right."
get that
Oh
kidney. Okay.
yeah,
Speaking
yeah,
into
definitely.
It's
existence.
coming. It's coming. But
Yeah,
get that kidney and you have those first couple of urinations and you go to the
Uh-huh.
bathroom, you're going to be so grateful. I'm
I
telling you.
man.
will.
I'm
I'm
telling you.
that
I know
first
I
one.
will.
That first one when you come out of the operating room. Oh my
Uh-huh.
goodness. Oh my goodness. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh my
It's,
goodness. That it's unreal. It's unreal, and you like
uh,
dang near cry because you see it coming. You almost cry when you go
yeah.
that first time.
Oh,
It's
oh,
crazy.
that's
But
wonderful.
I'm just sitting here in awe at your story. So inspiring. I mean,
Hmm.
if you can go through all that, there's no telling what anybody can go through. If you're watching this or you come across this and you're battling something, you listen to her story. She's got such a positive spirit too. So
Yeah.
Well, if I dwell in it, what is that going to do for me? Nothing.
Make your
yeah,
health worse.
Right. Make my health worse. When I was at Mayo, they told me I also had kidney stones. I didn't know that. A lot of kidney stones, but
yeah,
well, I don't know. I don't feel it yet. Thank you. I hope I don't. you
Well,
know.
long as you're not urinating, you're not gonna pass them, are
Huh?
you?
No.
Yeah. So
no.
they're just sitting
So
there.
nobody's told me anything about what to do about it. So, oh
I
well.
I was told I had them too, but after I went into kidney failure and had dialysis, they went back and looked and said that there was no evidence of them anymore. So I don't know if they
Mhm.
broke down and just eventually went away.
Mhm.
We couldn't explain that one, but of course they're not working anyway. So I've got a new one, so I'm not concerned about them now.
I understand that. Well, hey, thank God you have a new one.
Oh yes, I
Yes, and
thank him every
hey,
every day, every day.
well, I tell you, I would be thanking him too whenever I get mine, and I'm sitting
Oh,
speaking into existence.
yeah, it's coming soon. I feel it. It's coming. It's coming real soon. Watch, and you're gonna
Yeah.
be so happy when you get it.
Oh, I
Because
know
you
it.
sound like you're super productive and just want to be a part of society again. So I
I
mean,
do.
Yeah.
yeah, so I can see it, I can hear it. So it's gonna come.
So, Thelma, you're in the Atlanta, Georgia area, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
Since 2012.
Okay.
Where are you
Okay.
from originally?
I'm from Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
Okay.
country girl. Yeah, I moved here. I had come to Atlanta on spring break, um, and I stepped in a crack as soon as I got out the car and broke my foot.
Oh,
Oh my
So I
God.
ended up being short-term disability at first, but a few days later, I had gone to see a friend of mine sing. I was in a wheelchair and my girlfriend was pushing me, but I had gone to the bathroom and I was trying to get up off the toilet, and well, I was trying to wash my hands because see, my right hand was all bandaged up, my foot was bandaged up. I couldn't even bathe myself. My girlfriend had to bathe me. Um,
Oh,
and I was trying to wash my hand, the hand that was free. Um, and um, when I stood up, the the sink fell, and I fell with it. It cut up my arms, my
oh,
legs, my hand. I had 23 stitches in my hand. I was at greater than two. Um,
they like you back again?
yeah, I'm telling you, that was for the first time.
Okay.
And I had to have 13 stitches in my leg, and my back was injured, and I ended up going on disability. Uh, so I'm on total. I was on total disability from my back, and then of course a year later, I ended up, being with my heart. But since I was already on disability, I went into long-term disability, and I was able to get uh, my claims for Social Security and everything. So then, of course, I should be on for the heart too, but I'm on for my back from that
wow.
fall. So I end up having to just stay here in Atlanta, and finally I was able to go back and with the help of a lot of people and move out of my home and move to Atlanta because then after I had planned to move to Atlanta anyway because I had had such tragedies at home. I took care of my mother. She passed on January 1st, 2007, with congestive heart failure and diabetes. And January the uh, December 31st, 2011, my younger brother was killed in a car accident.
Oh,
Dang.
And then 2 months later, my oldest brother died with colon cancer. I was taking care of him and his son. Then the mother of his son came and took the child from me. And of course, I remain in contact with them, but um, I lost everybody except for my next oldest brother, and he lives in Winston-Salem with his wife and children and grandchildren, and he is a heart patient himself.
So it
wow.
So
sounds
is his wife.
so it sounds like the heart issue is hereditary.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
So
Uh,
and God has given me the strength, so I have to give all credit and praises to God because He has helped me through all of this. And I'm alone. I'm not married anymore. I've been divorced since 2008. I don't have any children, so basically, I have to take care of me. I've
Right.
had assistance through my cousins, a few cousins. Makita and Gino helped me, and my cousin Didi. My cousins Joyce and them, they are very supportive, but they live in Maryland. I have supportive people, but I live alone.
wow. Such an inspiring story. It sounds like you're no stranger to loss. That you've had a lot of things happen, a lot of adversities and obstacles. Um, what what is that driving force that just keeps you going?
Well, I've always been a determined person, and my mother says I was always determined. And I love living. I love life. um
Mhm.
to me, living is very interesting, and I like meeting people. I'm a social butterfly.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Right.
love to socialize. And I I God has given me the strength, so I might as well use it. And all I can say, I have to give all credit to God because that's the only place I could have gotten my strength. When you deal with a lot of things, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and it does. It does
Oh,
make you stronger.
Hmm.
amen
And
to that.
some people don't have good coping mechanisms, but my mother was a strong woman. So, besides God, I have to give credit to my mother. My grandparents were strong individuals in the community. My father was a strong individual. Then I have strong friends in the community like Tony Larkins, and Shantae, and Tamara, and a lot of support people, my support groups. Um, Sandria, and I don't know if I say her name right, but she knows who I'm talking about. You know,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
Lisa Baxter, Steve. You know, all the people I've met through Jonathan and
She lost her volume.
Yeah.
uh,
Oh, somebody's calling her.
I'm back. I'm back.
There we
Okay,
go.
all right.
Somebody was calling through my iPad. I'm sorry.
That's
I
okay.
apologize.
That's okay.
Yes, but like I was saying, the people in my community and my friends, they all help. I have down days. Don't I can't say that I'm
Oh,
up every
sure.
day,
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
know, but I still have to say that my strong belief in God and having a good background, a strong
yeah.
background through my
Hmm.
ancestors, and then the friends that I have. So,
Yeah.
It, Thelma, it looks like you got a fan in the chat though.
oh, I do.
Yeah, yeah, you got a fan. I don't know if he want me to put his name out there. There you go, right there.
Who is that? Uh,
Shane Blanchard.
I can't see him on my
He,
phone, because my iPad wouldn't work. But I can't see what it says.
shout
Oh, he.
shout out to Shane Blanchard, man. He's a that guy is a fool, man. He loves to crack jokes.
Hi.
He's
Hello. How
uh,
are you, Shane?
Shane says he'll marry you.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
But
I haven't had a proposal in years, in many years.
Shane is a kidney warrior himself. Shane needs a kidney on Facebook. He's a really funny guy. He likes to joke around, so he's got a great spirit too.
All right.
So
Yeah.
appreciate you chiming in,
Hey,
Shane,
we
and watching
both in
the
the
show.
same boat, buddy. Hey, we tried. All right.
Yep.
I pray you
Well,
get yours too, Shane.
well, Thelma, who are some of your support? What's your support system right now? Who are some of your strong support people in your life?
Um, well, of course, Tony and
Yeah.
and Shantae and Sandria and Tamara. But as far as family's concerned, my cousin Marquita Stokes, um, Francine Burnett, Edwards, Renee, Deborah. They are my homegirls. They are supportive. And my girlfriend Shirley, she went with me to Florida and we stayed a week and we had a wonderful time. I just ate my, you know what, off. I ate good seafood. I know I was
Yeah.
a little bit overweight, um, but they told me, don't worry about it. Go ahead and enjoy. And
Yeah.
I did. I did. Um, my cousins, Dee Dee and Joyce, and their children, my brother, um, AB, my cousin Champ, who was a doctor in Virginia. He's a
Hmm.
OB-GYN. I've got a host of people that are and friends, Enid and Maxine, Pam and
Yeah.
Tweety and
Yeah.
Vanessa, a lot of friends that are supportive of me. And, they call me to check to make sure I'm doing okay. And,
Yeah.
everybody, if they don't hear from me, because every morning I greet certain people, and we've done it for years. And if they don't hear from me, then they call trying to find out what's going on with me.
Yeah. It's very important to have a strong support system, especially when you're battling kidney disease. Of course, for you, you've battled so many things. It's definitely important for you to have a strong support system. Um,
Yes.
So you don't want to go through stuff like this in life, just by yourself. Even though you live alone, you got to have people to talk to and kind of relieve some of the stress and have people that you can lean upon when you're feeling down in those bad days.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And they're very helpful because they put me right back up and get me back to feeling back to my natural self. And I don't like to feel down. So, and I don't have very many down days, but
Yeah.
when I do, I know who to call.
Oh
That's
yeah,
good.
that's good. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming on tonight with Hope with Jonathan. This has been a really inspiring interview. Man, you have such an incredible story. I feel like I need to bring you back for a part 3.
That's fine with me. Whenever, hey, just all you have to do is ask, Jonathan. You know that. I'm
Yeah.
here for you and Jeff because you all have been there for me. And
Well,
I appreciate all that you all do. Thank you so much.
Well, we want to see you get that donor. So, guys, if you would go to her Facebook page, I've got it pretty much plastered everywhere here. But Thelma Needs a Kidney on Facebook. You can go there. You can find out information about her transplant hospital, the phone number, of course, ticking down below or scrolling across the bottom there. You can see there's a phone number there for the transplant hospital. That's just one of her transplant hospitals, Piedmont. She's also listed. Where else are you listed at?
MUSC in Charleston, South Carolina, and hopefully Mayo will accept me. I'm still waiting to hear back from them. I've already been evaluated, so all the tests that they did extensive testing too.
Yeah.
And what I like though is if anybody could hook me up with a news station or radio show, any of that,
Right.
Oh yeah.
to get my story out there.
Yeah, I know. I think Jared has a podcast. Like he does a show, but then he has an audio only version of it, and he
Yeah.
shares it as a podcast. So I mean, maybe we could talk to Jared about doing something like that and getting it out to the people that are listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say
I'm
something
open
else,
for
but I
all
forgot.
suggestions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Well, again, this has been very inspiring. I want to thank you for coming on, and also I want to thank my very special co-host, D'Angelo Crawford. Appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh, no problem.
So,
Anytime, man. I just want to just help everybody and educate the people that don't know about kidney failure and help them prevent from getting it because I don't want anybody else to get this. This is a terrible
Amen.
disease, and like I said, there's a couple people I have disdain for, and I wouldn't even wish that on them. Like that chair is a
Hmm.
prison. That
I,
dialysis chair is a prison, and
I
no.
agree. I agree.
yeah.
And I've seen too many people pass in dialysis where their chair is empty the next day. So you don't want to be like that. So just
No,
please spread the word. And that's what I was gonna say. Please share this because you guys share way less important things than this. And this only takes one click for you to share it. So please share it, get it out to your friends. So that way maybe one of your friends will be able to know somebody that can help Thelma and get her a kidney. All it takes is one person that
Yeah.
matches. That's all it takes. And all you
I've
gotta do is click one time.
I've
And,
seen two people die in dialysis. And that was no pretty story.
Nah, it's
yeah.
Um,
not.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, to see it was just horrible.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
crash and the nurse
Crash.
jumps on them and
Yes.
straddles them on the chair trying to
So
get them back alive. It's a crazy experience to see that, and it's like I don't wish that on anybody.
I
So
don't wish on
please
anybody.
Yeah.
people, I'm pleading with you to share this story, please.
Thank
And
you
not
so
only
much.
that, but we talked about her blood type. Her blood type's O, but there's also a paired exchange program. So even if you're not a compatible blood type, you can reach out to her transplant hospital and let them decide what they can do for you to help out uh, Thelma. Because just because you're not a blood type match, there's programs out there through the paired exchange, such as such as the paired exchange that can help. Thelma get a kidney. So don't be discouraged by not being a compatible blood type. You don't have to be an exact O if you want to try to help her.
And it benefits you if you go and get a test, because when you go and get tested, they're going to test you for everything too. So it benefits you. It can
Right.
benefit Thelma. So we can if you go get tested, you can actually find out something's wrong with you that you never even would have found out otherwise. So you can
And
save
my
your own life by
insurance
doing
will
it.
pay for it. My
Yeah,
insurance will pay for it.
Yep.
yeah.
You
So I
don't
mean,
have
Yep.
to incur that expense. My
uh-uh.
insurance will pay for it.
They'll pay for you to come out and stay while you're doing the transplant. They'll pay for your lodging, all of that. So I mean, you don't have to worry about any of that. Just please have it in your heart to help Thelma and make sure that she gets her kidney so she can finish living her life, because she has a very productive life left ahead of her. And I want to see some of that and experience some of that too. So please help her.
Thank
Hey,
you
I
so much.
wanted to tell you, Shane left a really awesome comment. I'm going to read it for you. You probably couldn't have
Okay.
read it on there. I'm gonna throw it back up on the screen. This is kind of a personal message to you, but he says, "We also give hope through our struggle, and we are a testimony to all of God's glory for all to witness. God bless you, Thelma. You are highly favored woman in God's eyes."
Oh,
Um,
thank you so much. You about to make me cry.
well, it's,
That's your
yeah.
future
You
husband.
do
What you
that.
talking about?
Oh, thank you, Kyle. Thank you.
And Kyle says he's going to share on his website. So he has a Warriors wall on his website.
Oh,
And
wow.
Kyle has the Kidney Warrior merch line. So he's got his own website that he sells merchandise on.
Okay.
His wife is currently a kidney warrior as well, a PKD, polycystic kidney disease warrior named Shannon McDonald. So she has a Facebook page as well. Shannon McDonald needs a kidney, but he's going to feature you on his Warriors wall. So that's
Oh,
amazing
wow.
right
Thank you,
there to
Kyle.
help you
Thank
out.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you,
thank you,
Uh,
Kyle. Thank
Kyle.
you, Shane.
yep.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you for using your
Jeffrey.
platforms. Thank you.
We appreciate all the likes, loves, and shares and support for Thelma Needs a Kidney, guys. Definitely go over to the Facebook page, click like, follow that page for more information. You can follow her journey there. Thelma Warner, she's also on Facebook, so you can try to reach out and friend her if you want to. D'Angelo Crawford's on Facebook, and I'm on Facebook as well, Jonathan Trailer. Um, Definitely appreciate everybody chiming in, tuning in to Hope with Jonathan. This has been a really inspiring interview. I'm kind of leaving here wanting to maybe go write a book or something. I don't know.
You can write a book about your experience and all the kidney people that you helped so far. I mean, that would be a
Oh,
great
I'm
book.
telling you. That would
Yep.
be.
But definitely been an inspiring interview. We appreciate Jeff Brown, Kyle Hawkridge, Tony Larkins, Shane Blanchard, everyone who chimed in and is watching the show, who smashed that share button. Man, it's much appreciated. And man, it's such a blessing to be able to come in contact. Like you were talking about earlier, the kidney community is amazing.
It
So
is.
many great people involved in it. And you mentioned some great names, Jared Brown, Steve Belcher, Jeff Brown, just so many. Jim Myers, he was on earlier.
Yes,
He
Jim.
commented, Uncle Jim Myers.
Uncle
Tonight, our
Jim.
co-host, D'Angelo Croft. Just so many Sisters with Kidney Disease, Bella Langston, so many
Yes.
out there. You'd already mentioned
Natasha.
Natasha Lattimore,
Nashonda Yes.
Nashonda.
LaShonda,
Yeah,
yeah, I was just on
Nashonda
her show just
Lattimore.
before this.
Yes.
Yeah, she's great.
Matter of fact,
And
I
all
saw
right,
her when I was in Florida. I got to meet her.
all right,
She
all
is
right.
wonderful.
I do want to
Shout,
give
shout out to Lisa Baxter as well. I love you, Lisa.
Yes,
Yeah,
Lisa.
and I want to give a shout out to the Lupus Dream Team. We were talking to them last night on Jared's show, and them were two incredible brothers, and I'm gonna shout them
Yep,
out every time I get a chance. Go check
yep,
out their page. They have a
Okay.
huge voice on both
yep,
coasts, East Coast
yep,
and West Coast. One's in Virginia, one's in San Diego,
Mm-hmm.
yep,
and they're doing it big, and they're really spreading out the word about men having lupus, because nobody really knows about that, and just
yep.
men having like rare diseases in general, but they also want to help everybody. So definitely check them out.
Yep, you can check them out at Male Lupus Warriors on Facebook and I believe Instagram at Male Lupus Warriors. I think you're talking about Emmett Henderson.
Emmett
So,
and actually I'm talking about Emmett and Dion, because they got one together where they're the Lupus Dream Team.
okay, Lupus Dream
Wow.
Team.
That's
So,
wonderful.
yep. So that was an inspiring show. I watched that as well last night. But guys, we're going to go ahead and close out this show tonight. We've give out all the shout outs that we can. We want to first and foremost give shout out to God for this amazing opportunity. We know we're all going to be in prayer for Thelma to get this kidney and continue in good health. And we know there's a plan and a purpose because she's faced so many obstacles and so many adversities that there is such still a plan for Thelma's life. So, guys, if you would please continue to share for her, share this video. Even on the replay, you guys can share this as much as you want. You can find it at Hope with Jonathan on Facebook, or you can find it at Hope with Jonathan on YouTube. It'll always be up on there.
And please encourage your friends to share it as well. Don't just share it and leave it there. Please encourage your friends to share so we can just get that out there, make it as viral as we can so we can touch as many people, cast as wide a net as possible, and catch the most fish. Let's do it.
But you guys stay safe out there. God bless you, and take care of your kidneys. Take care of your kidneys, y'all.
Drink plenty of water and don't stress.
Yep. And wear your mask and use hand sanitizer.
Yeah, wash your hands. Be clean.
Yes, please, please.
All right, we got one more comment. I want to see who this is before we completely close out. It's Mr. Jeff Brown. Shout out to Jeff Brown for all of his incredible posters. A poster behind on the screen. These posters that Jeff creates are amazing. So shout out to Jeff Brown for his advocacy work. God bless him. And he got up awful early probably to watch this show. He's probably like 5 in the morning in the UAE.
Oh,
6.
Wow.
It's 6 over there because he's 12 hours ahead of me. So yeah, it's 6 in the morning over there.
Yep.
Oh, Jonathan.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I get my COVID shot tomorrow. Right after dialysis.
Is that your first one?
First one.
Okay. I got my first one. I get my second one on Saturday.
Yeah, I couldn't find a place, and then a girlfriend told me, "Well, check out Walmart." And as soon as I did, I got one right away.
Oh, well,
Good
great.
Stuff.
That's a blessing. Which one did you get, the Moderna or the Pfizer? Do you know?
I think it's Moderna.
Okay, Moderna.
Exactly.
That's what I got too. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Moderna. So, but hey, guys, I appreciate everybody chiming in. We're gonna close out the show. Shout out to everybody watching. God bless you. Take care of yourself out there. Stay safe. No problem.
Stay safe, everybody.
Thank you. Nice meeting you both, and thank you.
Oh, no problem.